Okay guys, back again on Zwift here. We're going to be doing stage 2 on Tour de Zwift. It's the race, Cat B, the 450 to 570 range. It'll be one lap of Hell of the North. I expect the race to be, I expect the lead pack to, be pretty big and stick together all the way till the final climb. Hopefully I can stick with that lead pack, but if not, I'll still go as hard as I can. And then if I do stick with the pack all the way to the final climb, then I'll be going as hard as I can up that climb to, see how good I can do. My Zwift score is 478, which puts me at the lower end, but probably won't get a whole lot of talking out of me because I'm going to be going hard. So I might do I might talk over the voiceover here. So here we go. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, hey guys, I wanted to take a moment to talk about the direction of the channel since I am a new channel and kind of fill you in on where I think we're going to go with this. First, health and fitness is really important to me. It hasn't always been important to me, and I'll share that along the way as we get into some specific topics here. But I did want to just share my journey, kind of with you and how it's evolved, from early, when I was real young and to where I am now, in my early 40s. I hope we can have some interaction between each other here and there, and you can share, your stories and what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, the struggles you've had, and then we can all kind of just learn and grow together. We also want to discuss, or I want to discuss, all kinds of topics when it comes to health and fitness, like, Zwift tips and tricks, of course, Zwift races, Zwift rides, the right bike for courses. I want to get into some of that because I really do enjoy Zwift. I have such a good time on Zwift. It keeps me motivated. You'll hear me say it a bunch. I've already said it, but, racing and competition really feeds my soul for who I am. And Zwift has really been a key player in keeping me focused and getting on all that stuff. I also want to share some real world rides around Colorado, Utah. Maybe I'll travel with my bike around. I travel for work a little bit, so maybe I'll drag my bike with me, to Spain or wherever I may go for work and share some of those rides as well. I mountain bike, I road bike. I don't fat bike, and for anybody that doesn't know, fat biking is, big fat tires, you ride on packed snow generally. It doesn't do it for me. I'm kind of a fair weather cyclist when it comes to that. It's cool, man. I got some buddies that I work with that really like fat tire biking, and they have a good time with it, and they do races all around here in the mountains of Colorado, and good for them. Just it hasn't really, sparked my interest, but yeah. I also, because of where I live, we have quite a bit of mountain bike races, so I'm thinking about doing the Firecracker 50 in Breckenridge. I'm already signed up for the Leadville 50 mountain bike race. It's called the Silver Rush 50, so I want to talk about that, here and there, as well as share the race with you guys. I'm not in the Leadville 100. I didn't get in the lottery. So my only hope is during the 50 to draw one of the lucky coins or whatever to get you into the 100. If I do, then I'll definitely ride the 100 this year and share that with you guys as well. I'm in, for me, some of the best cycling fitness shape I've ever been in. So I'm real excited for cycling this summer. I also like to, I road ride an awful lot around here, and it's a pretty place where I live, so it'll be fun to kind of share where I cycle around here in the summer. And I do some tours. I signed up for a tour at the Moab Fondo early May, so I'll make sure to get that on and share that with you guys as well. I also, part of the channel that means something to me is lifestyle. I have a career, I have a family, I have my health and fitness, you know, we have all these things that we try to balance, and I wanted to, you know, kind of talk about how do you balance all those things, and maybe I can help you, or again, the interaction comes back from you guys to me, and maybe some of what works for you might work for me as well. So I want this channel to kind of get into some of that lifestyle balance, and you know, we'll always focus on health and fitness, but yeah, maybe sometimes it might be mental fitness when it comes to like the stress at work, and you bring that home, and how do you alleviate some of that? And for me, again, it comes back to, well, go take out maybe some stress on the bike, and hammer out a high intensity workout or something like that. So, you know, I really hope you help me get through some of the early stages of growth on YouTube with the new channel. You know, these early stages are tough. You don't get very many views, you don't got very many followers, so, you know, of course, and it's cliche, everybody says it, but it would really be a huge help to the channel to get it going. You know, if you like and comment and subscribe, hit the notification, all of that good stuff, right? Like, all of that will help kind of grow the channel, and, you know, it'll motivate me to keep going, and I'm gonna keep going. I'll push through these early stages and see if it'll work. But, you know, if nothing's working in a year from now, yeah, I'm probably really slow down on it. But I don't think that'll happen. I think there's a lot of people that, like me, like you, that are all really motivated for, you know, improving your own life, improving your health and fitness, feeding your soul through races, or achieving your personal goals, or whatever that is. So, you know, I want to end it there. You know, Fit After 40 Velo is the name of the channel, and I really hope you enjoy what we do here. to jump back in here and kind of talk about the race. You know, it's a pretty uneventful race to this point. It's real flat. It's hard for any breakaway or anybody to really solo away in this race. It's just not long enough to get the elastic to snap. But a guy up front there, he's pushing pretty hard, and they've been pulling hard on the front, hard enough to where I didn't want to get up there and do much work, that's for sure. You'll see towards the end of the race kind of how I stack up against the competition in this race. Wasn't a tremendous amount of people in this race, but it was a decent sized field for whatever 2 p.m. Colorado time race. But yeah, a guy kind of rolls off the front here, and the peloton just kind of lets him dangle here for a little bit. But we end up in pulling back, and you get some people on the front that are motivated to pull him back eventually. And I think it kind of speaks to this course and how it's laid out, with it just being a few little rolling hills at the beginning, and then a lot of real small rollers as you get through it, but ultimately really flat, and it's hard to break away. So, you know, for you guys that are breakaway artists, like, give it a whirl, I suppose, if you're feeling froggy, or if you think you can really feel good, or, you know, put out a bunch of power consistently and pull away and stay away. But for a lot of us, and for me especially, when it comes to Cat B, I'm, you know, middle to the bottom of the scoring there. So for me, I'm just trying to hang on and get to the climb and see if I can out climb some folks. And I think that's really the name of the game for Hell of the North here, because like I said, we're pulling them back right now. I know there's another breakaway that's coming up that tries to get established, but they don't get much traction. So, no, just want to come in and talk a little bit about the race. Thanks. All right, well, we're really into the meat and potatoes of the climb here. Group's still hanging together a little bit. You can tell the guys in the front that are really kind of pushing the pace here. Yeah, I'm going giving it not all I got. I know the length of the climb. I know it's still another 1.5K to the top. So I'm trying to pace myself at what I can do and what I think I can sustain, and leave a little to chase if I need to. So yeah, you'll see it kind of play out here. I didn't feel the best. I had a ride. Yesterday was an off day, but the day before I had what was supposed to be a zone 2 that turned into a lot harder ride than anticipated, and I was definitely feeling it in the thighs a little bit. So, but no excuses. Like these guys are strong. Like there's no way around it. I mean, the whole field was pretty darn strong, to stick together. I think most stuck together. I think, we had some that we lost right off the bat that didn't even start or jumped in late or whatever. But no, man, a lot of strong guys in this, and I feel like, I haven't checked to see where I'm at in the GC, if I moved up or not, but it sure felt like we pushed the pace along the flats there pretty good, and I think that I'll probably be, a little further up in the GC standings when I take a look at that. Yeah, you can see now we really got some separation here, and I'm hanging on. I'm at 179 beats per minute. Yeah, I my high on my heart rate is probably about 191 now. It's hard to get there this late in a race. Usually my efforts, in a race like this at the end, I'm going to be 184, 185 beats per minute. And that's working for me. That's working my heart there. Yeah, we got point 0.7K to go here. Getting past this is where you got to dig deep, because everything's hurting. Your mind's telling you, oh, just drop back, drop your power off, and you're not gonna get up in the top 10. You have to kind of fight those demons. But I take advantage of the gradient kind of reduces here, and I push a little bit to use the draft as we kind of gain some speed here, where the draft starts to help again. So I push here a little bit to try to catch up to these guys and see if I can't, get up in the top 20. So I'm gonna, at this point, that's exactly what I was looking at. Hey, let's get top 20 and catch every space I can. And the win, I think, is far out of the question here. Those guys up there are just real strong. Yeah, good little push there for me to get past those two guys. Got to hang on, of course. Still got almost 200 meters to go. And 200 meters at 7% doesn't get over in just a few seconds. Yeah, so there we go. Here's where I'm going to end up. I'm going to end up in 18. I'm going to put a little kick here to make sure I can stick with it. I see a guy behind me putting in some power. So, hey, thanks a lot for sticking around. Appreciate it.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. 18th. I hung on to the bottom, but man, I just can't sustain 5+ watts per kilo up a climb like that. So, man, I'm probably appropriately ranked here at 18th, or
478 ZRS.
But it's the name of the game, right? Work hard, keep working at it. Focus on your structured training and don't ruin your zone 2 ride like I did on the last video. If you haven't seen it, it was fun. It was super fun. I don't think I got that across in that video, but I set out to do a zone 2 ride, broke my own rule, trying to bridge up to another group after I already started myself way back in 170th or something. Ended up with another group, hung around that upper zone 2, lower zone 3 for a little while, and then this guy comes on and says, let's try to make the top 100. I jokingly said, you know, you hold 4 watts per kg for the rest of the ride and we'll try or whatever, and he said deal. So of course I hung on to him, pulled for him here and there, not very much, but man, that was so much fun. Like, I know I broke my rule or the training thing I set out to do in that ride, but man, go watch that video. I had fun and it fed my soul. Kind of like, you know, the Zwift races themselves. This feeds my soul, but I come into this knowing I'm gonna just bury myself. So yeah, appreciate you watching. Fit After 40 Velo. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm a new channel, man. I could use the help. I'm not really trying to make money, just wanna kind of grow the channel a little bit, get some followers and have some fun. Once I get a few more followers, I got some ideas for like more around lifestyle balance and how do you balance your fitness alongside your family, your job. Like me, I was at an all-day meeting. Luckily we got out a little early, so I was able to jump into an earlier race. But yeah, we all got real life and we got real life things to balance. So it's kind of what I want the channel to be about. So stick around and kind of grow with me. Have a great day, everybody. Let's go.